Oh my God, y'all won't believe the tea I'm about to spill. Rapper M.I.A is coming for Beyonce, and honey, she is not holding back, like at all. She's finally breaking her silence about the Carters and how they've been running things in the industry, and trust me, she knows firsthand what it's like to get tangled up with Queen Bey because she nearly lost everything. So let me break down this piping hot mess for you. It's honestly not shocking to hear about Beyonce's alleged connection with Diddy because, hello, it was right there in front of our faces. I mean, Jay-Z and Diddy were literally besties for years, and chilly, there have been whispers forever that Jay-Z is just as messy as Diddy, if not worse. But here's the gag. Beyonce's relationship with Diddy goes way deeper than his friendship with Jay-Z. They were super tight back in the day before everything came crashing down for him. Like, let me tell you this crazy story. Freddie P recently spilled the tea in an interview about how Diddy once made him and other bad boy artists walk for 4 hours to some specific bakery just because Beyonce wanted a cheesecake from that exact place and nowhere else.
Okay, fun fact a lot of people don't know, that cheesecake we went and got was for Beyonce. She was upstairs the whole time. What we was talking about again? Hold on. Yeah, that's a fun fact people don't know. People like, y'all walked and got a cheesecake. It was for Beyonce. I'll do it again. But yeah, because at first he was like, I want some cheesecake. But we took all night to do the process, right? So when we got back, it was like 4 or 5 in the morning. And me and Dallon got back first. Let me tell you how green these is. So I'm the type of nigga, I listen to everything you say as if it's a contract. So if you say, walk to the store, or walk to get me some cheesecake, I'll walk to get you some cheesecake, but I'm not walking back. And that's just what me and Dallon did. And they like, why y'all, you know, they hot. Like, y'all cheating. And we like, he told us to walk. He didn't tell us to walk back. So we already in the hotel like 3 hours before they got there. When they said they was coming, we went and met him in front of the building. And you know the first thing that nigga said out of his mouth? He said, we got the cheesecake. He was like, I want that shit, take that shit upstairs for Beyonce. Then he said, they was like, yeah, man, we want to tell you, Fred and Dallon, they ain't walk back. You know, trying to be on some snitching shit. He's like, I ain't tell you niggas to walk back. I ain't tell you niggas to walk back. Y'all walk back? Like, yeah, I'm like. Another thing what people don't understand, if you go back and look at the episode, it's an episode where he out there in the front and he cussing everybody else out. He told us to walk for the cheesecake. And he like, man, move it. Keep it moving, money. Like, if y'all ain't with it, woo, 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 woo. He like, if y'all don't like what I say, keep it moving. Fight that. Go back and look at that scene. Not trying to sound like nobody. As he said that, I heard him talking. I'm that type of where everybody know me. I don't let you rap to me. So as he was talking, I walked off. I'm shot up the block. Go back and look at the scene. I'm the only one not in that bitch. I'm in it at first as the editing going on because they got me when I was talking to Ness. But when he came down, I'm no longer in them shots because I had them walked off. So I get to the end of the thing. He like, y'all can go home. Y'all can get, he said, y'all don't, he was like, y'all don't like what I was saying?
Now, we all know by now that Diddy treated his artists like absolute garbage. It's worse than we could ever imagine. But honey, let me tell you something. You don't make your artist walk 4 whole hours for a cheesecake unless you're really, really tight with the person who's craving it. But wait, it gets even juicier. There were all these rumors about Beyonce at Diddy's parties, and I know what you're thinking. Yes, there was that whole frenzy after Diddy got exposed with all those Hollywood celebs allegedly at his offs. But get this, the rumors about Beyonce at these parties were circulating way before Diddy's scandal broke. The baby even claimed that Beyonce was trying to put moves on him at one of these parties. Now, he didn't use the words off, but chile the way he described it. You know what I'm saying.
Beyonce, I was at a party at Diddy crib in LA. This was the beginning of 2020. You know what I mean? Diddy had put everybody else out the crib, like the influx of people, he had put them out. But he had took a liking to me in particular around the time, man. It was really, you know what I mean, like putting his arm around me.
Right.
So he had put majority of the people out, but he allowed me to stay in there. Mm-hmm. Me and, you know, maybe about 15 others, you know.
Right.
Jay-Z and Beyonce being you know, 2 of the other 15 people in the room. So that'll just put into perspective of the type of company I was in at the moment, you know. And she came over and introduced herself to me like as if she had to. Beyonce, cut it out. But I'm a big fan of your work, you know what I'm saying? Whoop the whoop, and that was just dope. That was dope as hell to me, man. That was dope. That was super dope.
But hold on to your wigs because there's more. People were saying Beyonce was caught on tape at Diddy's parties doing, well, you know what I mean.
I also was just recently contacted by someone who wanted me to essentially represent them in the sale of one of the Diddy tapes. So, which I declined that because...
Wait a minute, say that again. Say that again, back up. You're saying that there's tapes and they're being shopped?
Yes, there have been people already shopping.
We've heard about the tapes, but the shopping thing is...
Yes, there already have been tapes leaking around Hollywood, being shopped around to individuals in Hollywood. But one particular person contacted me to shop a particular video they were in possession of and to contact the person who was in the video to see if they were interested in purchasing the video before it became a public knowledge.
I've heard this before, so like a catch and...
Correct.
Wow, can you, and I guess you can't reveal the person who is on
No,
the
I can't explain who the person was, but Mr.
High profile?
Mr. Combs was in the tape and this other person is, I would venture to say, more high profile than Mr. Combs.
Really? Really? And you've seen it?
I've seen stills of the video.
Okay.
You
can verify
that it exists, that it's real, that the other person in the video is very visible. It's no question if it's that person in the video. And I can tell the video was in nature.
Oh my, all right. So we know that he videotaped a lot of activities at his home, did he? And it sounds like there was probably a lot of hidden cameras as well. Is that what is being talked about?
Yes, this was actually in his Atlanta home, at a home he had in Atlanta at one point. And it does seem that the person isn't like looking into the video, so it's, to me, doesn't seem like that person knows they're being videotaped. It doesn't seem like they're active participant in the videotaping, like they're being surreptitiously recorded it.
And what makes this even more interesting is that just a few months before all this, Jaguar Wright dropped this bombshell claim about some alleged video of Beyonce floating around.
Because the Diddy. Oh! Diddy done turned over tapes. Allegedly, with the Carters, it's some freak off, and the Beyonce, how on the and the tapes had G's all over it. Hold on.
So yeah, Beyonce and Diddy go way back, and it looks like they might have more in common than Jay-Z ever did. No wonder fans are convinced that M.I.A. is pointing fingers at Beyonce's connection with Diddy. And speaking of M.I.A., this isn't even the first time she's come for the Carters. In February this year, she dropped some serious accusations about Jay-Z supposedly being in cahoots with the Bronfman family. And when I tell you these accusations were jaw-dropping, she claimed Jay-Z was mixed up with this notorious Bronfman family and was allegedly involved in their shady business. But the most shocking part, she said he helped them take her child away from her. Why? Because apparently she wouldn't play nice with him and his bestie Diddy? Yes, honey, she came for 2 of hip-hop's biggest moguls in one breath. The drama. Now, if you're sitting there wondering who these Bronfmans are, let me give you the tea real quick. This family is loaded, honey. We're talking about a combined net worth of over $30 billion. But Chile, their money comes with more drama than a reality TV show. They've been connected to all sorts of questionable stuff. We're talking cults, shady financial schemes, and other things I can't even get into without running out of time. And the darker rumors about their connections? Chile, let's just say they're not the kind of people you want to be associated with. And just when you thought it couldn't get messier, this Diddy drama makes M.I.A.'s claims about Jay-Z sound even more wild. So what was Jay-Z doing getting cozy with a family as controversial as the Bronfmans? Well, according to M.I.A., Jay-Z wasn't just hanging out. She claims he was taking money from the Bronfmans to help them snatch her child away from her. I know, it's a lot to process. Let me give you the backstory because Chile, it's intense. M.I.A. was in this long relationship with Benjamin Bronfman. Yes, one of those Bronfmans. And they seemed to have it all. They were engaged, had a son together, and everything looked perfect. But you know how these things go. The romance fizzled out and they split up. That's when everything started going downhill faster than a roller coaster. Mia's been very vocal about all the drama she went through after the breakup, especially about the custody battles over their son. And now she's saying Jay-Z, who loves rubbing elbows with the elite, was right in the middle of all this mess. According to her, he wasn't just watching from the sidelines. She claims he was actively working with the Bronfmans to give them the upper hand, all because she wouldn't play their little games behind the scenes. Listen to what M.I.A tweeted, and trust me, this is juicy. My first custody battle was in 2013. My child was 4. I was managed by Jay-Z, who ultimately was paid by Bronfmans. But wait, it gets worse. She says Jay-Z completely ghosted her after that. She tweeted, "The day I was served for my child, Roc Nation stopped all communication with me, and all my emails to Jay-Z asking for help was wiped from my inbox. My home was broken into and every laptop was taken. I was trapped in Brooklyn on an order served that restricted me from leaving Brooklyn for 15 years. Now, if you've been keeping up with the industry tea, you know Beyonce and Roc Nation have been accused of setting up artists before, so M.I.A.'s claims didn't exactly shock people who've heard all the rumors. Remember when Beyonce's former drummer came forward? Chile, that was a whole other level of drama. The drummer, Kimberly Thompson, came out accusing Beyonce of some seriously shady stuff, and after she spoke about what Beyonce's really like behind closed doors, she mysteriously went quiet, like suspiciously quiet. According to Kimberly's interview with the Daily Beast, she claimed Beyonce was dabbling in some dark stuff. The interviewer quoted her saying, "She claims that for some reason Bey has started a campaign against her that includes extreme witchcraft, dark magic, and magic spells. She also claims eliminates Star her kitten." Thompson believes Beyonce has been tapping her phones and controlling her finances. It's unclear why Thompson believes the singer is allegedly doing all this to her, but she is adamant it all stems from Bey. Kimberly even went on Instagram Live to spill more tea about Beyonce.
The entire time, this person was casting spells and manipulating me and controlling my job situations, my relationships, all just a very wicked tactic to just keep me down and keep me under some type of control.
So obviously, M.I.A is not Team Beyonce. And honey, she recently went all the way off about how Beyonce's controlling the industry and forcing other artists to bow down and praise her like she's some kind of goddess. When Adele recently praised Beyonce and called her an inspiration, Chile, that set M.I.A off. She went on this long rant about how weird it is that everybody in the industry seems to worship Beyonce while ignoring artists like M.I.A who've been putting in the real work.
But I find it difficult that when people make it, they always turn around and thank Beyonce, because that's bull. And enough is enough. I'm coming for everyone now, because no, the success of all that always stems from God motivating me to get up out of bed and write some songs. And then it changed so many people's destinies, and all these people are multi-millionaires, really successful. Even, you know, Azealia Banks could be talking about how I need to bleach my skin to be accepted in the music world, and that's why no one's supporting me, is because I'm dark skinned. Off, because even her music career started with Diplo, who I put on the map. So all of them, all these, and even Adele, it's like for this, because she's retired now, but her career would not exist if I hadn't made Jonathan Dickens into a manager, who is her manager. She signed to XL because of me. Nick Huggett was my A&R who signed her. And this, when she gets an award, she thanks Beyonce. And I'm sick and tired of all of these women who don't want to give respect to me because I'm a brown woman in music.
If you've been on social media lately, you know everyone's been talking about how strange it is that all these artists seem to always thank Beyonce and how it's giving very creepy vibes. So M.I.A.'s rant didn't just come out of nowhere, but baby, the comments she got had people feeling all kinds of ways. Some people came for M.I.A hard, saying stuff like, "M.I.A doesn't get recognized because she's crazy. If anyone is a devil-worshipping etc., etc., it would be her with the nonsensical rants and tirades she goes on." And then someone else wrote, "The reason why they thank Beyonce is because she's one of the highest witches in the industry. They have to, otherwise they'll pay the consequences later, and they know this." But the shadiest comment was, she's lost her mind. Does she not remember how complicit she was in all this stuff she's alleging? She's just mad because she had a baby with Jay-Z's friend and he's keeping their son from her. Every time things don't go their way, it's let's blame black people, girl, miss me. So what do y'all think? Is Mia spitting facts about the industry's weird obsession with Beyonce, or is she just doing too much? Drop your thoughts in the comments and then check out this next video.